Tanner Hamby with Mighty Dog Roofing. We're going to start with the Differentiator tool case, giving you a brief overview of all the items inside and how we are going to use these on every job site. All right, here we have our telescope camera. It's a micro camera that's going to be used during our roof inspections. We're going to assemble it by plugging the camera cord into the top of the device. We can then turn it on just using the simple power button. It'll give us a couple readings where we can zoom in or out on the camera at the end of this. So right here we can then zoom in, and what we're looking for by using this tool is any cracked shingles, hail damaged shingles, nail pops. We want to highlight any sort of defect in that shingle at a microscopic level to indicate that water could possibly be getting inside that roof and causing internal damage. This tool here is a moisture meter. We're going to be placing this on shingles, checking the moisture level of the shingle below, and if we have any that have blown off or that are flapping in the wind. Detecting the moisture of the shingle is going to tell us whether or not that shingle is retaining water or it's shedding water. All roofs are designed to shed water. If there's water sunk into that shingle, it's no longer acting as a water shedding device, and we could be looking at a possible roof replacement because of the age of shingle. It's no longer functional. The moisture meter can also be used in the attic. We're going to use this tool in the attic on the inside of that roof decking, so up on that plywood that's beneath the shingles. If we're picking up any moisture level, it's a good indication that we have improper ventilation on that roof. There should never be any moisture inside of a person's attic if there is proper ventilation. Our next tool up here is just our regular old laser thermometer. This is probably the quickest tool and my favorite tool to use on the roof. All I have to do is point and click. I'm going to get a reading in Fahrenheit how hot that roof shingle is. Anything between what the temperature is outside and 20 degrees warmer. And if I'm seeing a 20-degree difference or more between that shingle temperature and the outside temperature, it tells me one thing, that that roof is not ventilated properly, and it's going to be causing some early aging on those shingles. We need to act quickly to make sure that we stop any excessive aging on that roof. Next up, we have our thermal camera. It's a device that's actually going to be plugged right into our mobile devices. It's a great tool to show another thing about ventilation on the roof. We're always talking about ventilation, and we always want to make sure that that roof attic is ventilated properly. One of the main reasons we want to make sure that we have proper ventilation is so that we're lowering costs of homeowners' energy bills. We want to make sure that they're getting the full energy value out of those shingles as possible. So with this device, we're going to be able to detect differences of temperature within the shingles from slope to slope. We want to make sure that that intake air is evenly flowing across that whole roof, keeping it nice and cool throughout the attic. All right, here we are. We have a blacklight, simple blacklight. Main point that we're going to be focusing on is any water intrusion or any black mold or any mold that we can't see just from a visual eye. We're going to be able to shine our black light on that attic and detect if there's any water damage coming through that's been dried up over the time. We have a green laser pointer. Green laser pointers are great to use when we're doing our on-site inspections. Allows us to be able to point and talk to that homeowner and point out anything that's wrong with that roof. We're using a green laser because it is a lot easier to see. It's a little more powerful than those old red lasers that you used to play with. But we're using this one as a part of our toolkit. To bring our whole differentiator kit together, we're going to be using a GoPro. When we're out in the field and we're doing our inspections, we're going to be clipping this to the front of our hat, or if we want to use a head mount or chest mount, this tool is going to be great. It's going to be syncing right to our iPads or our mobile devices, so we can quickly transfer that video and present it to the homeowner and show them our findings of the roof inspection. So Mighty Dog, this is the Differentiator. This is what we're going to be using on our inspections to close more deals and grow our business.